Hello, my name is Elena and I'm with the Note Advisors. We are a real estate and note investment company. We make note investing a transparent and easy to understand process. Today I want to discuss the difference between being a landlord and a mortgage note investor. First, let's look at what a landlord usually is. When you invest as a landlord, you first have to go out and purchase a property. Let's say a single family home for $100,000. You then put in the repairs to get the property up to living standard. Let's say you spend between $10,000 and $25,000. In this example, we will use $20,000 as our figure. You're then able to put in some tenants into the property and get a monthly rent payment of $1,200 based on market conditions. Therefore, your return on investment annualized is 12% minus all the costs. How did we come up with the 12%? We say that in the first year, we will get 12 months worth of payments, and we multiply this by the monthly payment of $1,200. We then divide this figure by the total amount of money that you will invest in the first year. That means $100,000 to buy the property, plus the cost of repairs to put into the property, as with the example it's $20,000. That makes it a grand total investment of $120,000. This is how we get the 12% return. This also means that it will take you as a landlord 100 months to recoup your initial investment of $120,000. In years, that is more than 8 years to recoup your invested capital. Not only that, you also have to deal with other things as a landlord. You have to deal with tenants, finding them, evicting them, toilets, trash, contractors, management, maintenance costs, and liabilities. Liabilities such as that a person trips on your property and now as a landlord you will be held liable for their personal damages. Or let's say in the middle of the night some pipe or plumbing breaks and floods the property. You now have to repair the flood damage done in the basement. The tenants can also trash the property, and now you get additional costs adding up to repair the property. Not only that, but you also have only 2 exit strategies as a landlord. This is limited to buying and selling, as in the case of rehabbing, or buying and renting. Let's now talk about the mortgage note investing model. Here you have the opportunity to become the bank on a mortgage loan. So how does this work? First, you have a note. It is also known as a promissory note. Why? It is because a promissory note is a legal document that is a promise to pay back a debt to the lender. For example, a note might say, I, Elena Girich, owe X amount to the bank of X. I promise to pay back this debt by 2030. And then there's my signature. Other documents that are also part of the agreement between the lender and the borrower are the deed of trust and the assignment of the deed of trust, as well as the affidavit. In this case, the bank wants something in return for the risk that they're taking on by lending money to the borrower to buy their home. If the homeowner, the borrower, stops paying on the loan, the bank wants to be able to take action to take back the property or the collateral used for that loan. The collateral is the house in this case. This gives the bank also the right to foreclose on the property if the homeowner stops making the mortgage payments on the regular basis. This also means that this is a secured debt, a debt secured by real estate. Also, as you may know, there are other debts out there such as credit card debt, but this is an example of unsecured debt, meaning there is no collateral that is used against the loan when a consumer takes out a credit card. Mortgage notes, on the other hand, are secured debts. This way, you can control the property and not own it. In today's market, the opportunity is to buy the note and mortgage with a great discount from the bank. This is something like 30, 40, 50 cents on the dollar. The pricing depends on what can be negotiated with the original lender. It also depends on many factors such as location, occupancy of a property, and many other factors. Also, in the note business, you do not have to deal with things that landlords ordinarily have to deal with, such as toilets, trash, repairs, maintenance, and liabilities. Since you only own the debt on the property, you do not own the property, and therefore you're not responsible for the issues that are usually attached to managing a physical property. Also, as a lender, you have the ability to buy force-placed lender insurance that protects you as the lender in case that the collateral, the house, burns down or is damaged in any way. Here we have an example. Let's say you have a mortgage loan for $100,000. The current fair market value of the property is $50,000. This means that the property is upside down, as more is owed on the property than the property is actually worth. We can buy the mortgage note for $20,000 from the bank. That is 40 cents on the dollar based on pricing, or 40%. The current payment on the loan is $750, and the homeowner has missed 36 months worth of payments. As a result of buying the note at a great discount, you have multiple exit strategies to implement. Here we have 7 exit strategies listed, but there are others as well. First, you can do a loan modification. Let's say the current payment is $750 on that loan, and the homeowner cannot afford to make that payment. You have the ability to reduce the monthly payment so that the modified payment is affordable for the homeowner. This is your opportunity also to receive cash flow and not have to own the property. You can also do a short sale, or you could foreclose. Foreclosure is the last thing you would want to do as a note investor, because if you take back the property as an REO, you will no longer be receiving the cash flow payments, and you will have to manage the property itself until you're able to sell it on the open market. You can also do a deed in lieu of foreclosure. Instead of foreclosing, you ask the homeowner to sign the deed to the house over to you as the lender. You can also do cash for keys. Cash for keys is similar to deed in lieu of foreclosure, but it means that you give the homeowner some cash for them to move out of the property and sign the deed over to you. Once you have the deed to the property, you can also sell the property on the open market. Given the previous example, you can make $30,000 if you sell the property for $50,000. You can also do a refinance, but the owners would have to have some good credit score to implement this strategy, which is unlikely in today's market, but still a possibility. Investing in notes is very interesting, and you can implement many creative exit strategies and still be profitable. If you're interested, you can call us at 800-503-3303 to find out more information about the note deals we currently have available to fund. Thank you. This has been Elena with the Note Advisors. Have a great